They lay so close, he could almost feel the reel and rock and sway in every labored breath she takes as a ship climbs the tide, then bounds and bends and begins again. They lay side by side, packed in ties, shackled somewhere deep inside. Sway, rock, sway. In the midst of tragedy, one is inclined to cling to the few remaining certainties of a certainty. His love is lying next to him dying. Of a certainty, it will be nearly 2 weeks before they drag her lifeless body to the deck above, to where they pile them all up. Such a beatific horror it was to see black bodies falling like so many golden leaves in autumn. One by one, the sons and daughters of Africa were flung overboard. And for a few brief seconds, his own love seemed to soar up towards the heavens. And he thought perhaps the gods had saved her. But then even the wind and fate betrayed her, pulling her down to the sea and the sharks that hungrily awaited her. Sway, rock, sway. Of a certainty, this is a tragedy, but it will be forgotten. And this ship, like all of history, will simply move on. Sway, rock, sway, sway, rock, sway, sway, rock, sway.
And listen to the waves playing a beautiful melody, becoming notes of music, transforming into her personal sanctuary. The waves slapping upon the hull of the ship, a wooden coffin, a sound heard too often. She's feeling that the end is near. She has no fear. Her tear is for her lover of a lifetime. He was her lifeline, but now they have no more time. Sway, rock, sway. Then listen to the waves. They hear the waves. The waves has accompanied them for 45 days of this 90-day journey. She was deemed not worthy. She was too sickly for the new world, or by other measures, in the slave land. But that's not the pain she feels, because tribal lessons of the Bantu still resonate within her soul and can't be sold. But who will love her lover? Who will keep him wrapped like a treasure? How does she go from being the woman who held him close to becoming his ancestor? As children, they frolic with their brothers and sisters, the moon and stars. Their feet and hands dance in the village sands. He kept rhythms and her feet motion as they crossed from the rites of passage into the middle passage. Sway, rock, sway. The waves grow in volume. She looks in her lover's eyes and sees the solemn expression that says everything that he cannot. Chains have a hold on him. She assures him,
sharks are not enemies. In fact, they are friends, bringing this to a decisive end.
The river grows wider each day. One last glance across the deck before she prays. She wants to remember those words that she couldn't say while chained on the beach in the slave castles. She wants to remember those words that escaped her lips as she passed through the door of no return. She wants to remember those words as she's bound feet to hands and hands to feet. Uhuru, Njozi, Nia, Imani. She wants to remember them. Uhuru,
Freedom,
Njozi,
Dream,
Nia,
Purpose,
Imani,
Faith,
she feels the waves sway. As she looks up and says her last words.
Assalamu alaikum, my love.
She feels the waves sway. As the last look reveals, she has said a forever goodbye to her lover that day. Sway, rock, sway, sway, rock, sway, sway, rock, sway.
His love, now dead, he said, Lord, disquiet now my soul, so I may testify. May the words I speak tell the beauty of her life, and not just this tragedy of how she died. Silence, you raging tempest! Be tame, you dreadful sea! For too long your waves have rushed over us, enveloping truth in its wake. But now I speak from above the roar. I bellow from below the deep.
Do you know who she was?
As the daybreak, flickering defiantly against the darkness, lighting like halos around her crown. As the mornings that once knew her, radiant as the lifting sun, gliding along village paths with the cool, stilted grace of the giraffe. As the afternoon sun, lazily lying across the horizon, watching,
like me,
as she kneeled before the river's edge, palms stretched across the water's back, as if feeling for some far-off thing. He tells her,
if you do not drink soon, and then you will drown, and not even Mama water can save you from this scorching sun. She smiled and then replied,
didn't you know these waters are alive? And in Mommy Water's arms, I will never die. And then
she drank.
As the night falling down our backs, as we lay so close,
I could almost feel the reel and rock and sway in every lovely breath she takes.
As a ship climbs the tide, then bows and bends and begins again.
I spent all night wrapped deep inside the sweet ecstasy of her time. Sway, rock,
Sway, sway, rock, sway, sway, rock, sway.
Ashe!